In this exercise, we will be creating a tab bar controller inside the app delegate because we need to attach the tab bar controller as a root view controller to the window as part of the multi-controller architect. So now here we'll be creating one variable, say base controller of type UI tab bar controller. In the previous project, we used to create base controller of type view controller, a single entity. Therefore, it was single screen application. Today, or right now in project 2, I need to create multi-controller environment with tabs at the bottom. For that purpose, I will be creating a collection of a controller called UI tab bar controller at the base controller to the window. I'll be creating a function, say create tabs, which will be creating an array of controller, and that array of controller will be attached to the UI tab bar controller. So I'll be creating an array called tab controllers. Now always a collection type of variable will always have plural as a plural word, tab controllers. Okay, so I'll be saying it's an array of UI view controller, so that I can add view controller object. I can also add gallery view controller object, and I can also add apps view controller object. Now I'll start creating a variable called tab controller 1, which will be of type of view controller. Now UI view controller abstract class have some properties called tab bar item, which has title and image. When a UI view controller get attached to a tab bar controller, those properties inside the UI view controller represented by the tab bar item get associated with the tab in which the controller is representing. So I'll say tab controller 1 dot tab bar item dot title equal to home, because this controller will represent the first tab which is represented by home. I'll say tab controller 1 dot tab bar item dot image equal to UI image name home. I don't need to write PNG because by default from iOS 6.2, if you don't mention any image file without an extension, it is assumed to be a PNG. Now I'll say tab controllers dot append tab controller 1. Now similarly, I'll create other two controllers, say tab controller 2. Tab controller 2 will be an object of gallery view controller. It will have title as gallery and it will be represented by gallery.png. Tab controller 3 will be an object of apps view controller. Title as apps.png as icon. Now I'm in position to create UI tab bar controller. A UI tab bar controller has a property called view controllers, which takes array of objects. So I have the array of controllers to associate. So tab bar controller will create at 3 tabs depending upon the length of the array, and each object will be converted into a tab with tab representing this controller, title and image. Now we can set up the view hierarchy architect by creating window. You say UI window, frame, I'll say UI screen, main screen, dot bounds to indicate full screen. I'll say create tabs to create a base controller. I'll say window dot root view controller equal to base controller. So my array of controller is attached to the window, and then I say window make key visible. Now I'll select iPhone 4S and I'll run the application. So when I run the application, I will get the simulator showing 3 tabs represented by home, gallery and apps. So it's launching. See home, gallery and so this, when I click on home, it's representing view controller.view. This is representing gallery and this is representing apps. Now in the next exercise we'll be showing a different color when we select the different tabs, and we'll discuss about this icon sizes and color.